Hi, I'm Jen McKeown, a junior achievement volunteer from Brandon, South Dakota. I work as the Director of Communications and Patient Education for Avera Health. Before I came to work for Avera, I worked 11 years in television news. As a young reporter, I arrived at the scene of a terrible traffic accident in which a man was killed. One of the bystanders told me the name of the person who was killed. I asked police to verify the name, and they asked me not to release it on the news until they could tell that person's family. My boss wanted to release the name because we could beat the other news stations with that piece of information. What would you do in this situation? I talked my boss into waiting. I asked him how he would feel if he learned a loved one had been killed by watching it on the news. In this case, withholding the name of the victim was the right thing to do. There was no reason to release it before the family was told in a compassionate way that their loved one had died. The public did not have a need or a right to that information before the family received it. Another ethical decision I faced as a reporter was during a story comparing the cost of school supplies at different stores. I priced out the same school supply list at four different stores and found that one store was charging almost twice what the other stores were charging for the same school supply list. The problem was, this store was one of our major advertisers for our newscast. Our sales department asked me not to run the story because it would make our advertiser look bad. If they pulled their advertising because of the story, our news station could face serious economic hardship. What would you do? I thought about what would benefit the greater good in this situation. Would it help a lot of families who were shopping for school to know which store offered the best prices? Yes. Was it right for me to pull or change the story just because it could make one of our advertisers mad? No. As a journalist, I had a duty to report the truth. Our viewers trusted me to do my best for them every day. Our news team decided to run the story. Our advertiser did pull their advertising, and our station did struggle financially because of it. I will never know whether our story helped a few families buy cheaper school supplies, but I know I made the best ethical decision in that situation. It's important to do the right thing and encourage each other to do the right thing. After all, what would happen if we lived in a world where everyone did the wrong thing? Next time you are faced with an ethical decision, ask yourself, what is the right thing to do in this situation? What would benefit the greater good? Thank you for your time to learn more about ethics from Junior Achievement.